Imagine waking up to a $250 million net worth, stepping onto a balcony overlooking Manhattan, then jetting to your private Montana ranch hall while navigating a high-profile new romance and preparing for fatherhood again. That's not a movie script, it's Justin Timberlake's reality in 2025. From his jaw-dropping divorce fallout to the secret third child that stunned Hollywood, we're pulling back the curtain on the real Justin Timberlake. Buckle up. This is the untold story of fame, fortune, and reinvention. Justin Timberlake didn't just survive the 2020s, he transformed. After 2 decades as America's pop prince, the 44-year-old icon has rebuilt his empire brick by brick. But it all started with a bombshell. His 2024 divorce from Jessica Biel, after 12 years of marriage. The split wasn't just messy, it was explosive. Rumors swirled about infidelity, lifestyle clashes, and a $200 million settlement that made it one of Hollywood's costliest divorces ever. Insiders claimed Biel walked away with their $35 million Hollywood Hills mansion, primary custody of their sons Silas and Phineas, and a staggering chunk of Justin's music royalties. Yet Timberlake emerged, not broken, but reborn. By early 2025, whispers of a new woman sent tabloids into overdrive. Who could capture the heart of the man who dated Britney Spears, Cameron Diaz, and Biel? The answer shocked even seasoned gossip columnists. Jenna Dewan. Yes. That Jenna Dewan is former *Sync backup dancer turned step-up star, and Channing Tatum's ex. Their chemistry wasn't new. It was reignited. Sources say they reconnected at a charity gala in Malibu last fall, where Timberlake performed an impromptu acoustic set. Jenna reminded him who he was before the fame, a close friend revealed. She saw Justin, not the superstar. Their romance unfolded in secret getaways to his $12 million, Telluride ski chalet and candlelit dinners at his New York penthouse. But the real bombshell, Jenna's pregnancy announcement in March 2025. At 44, Justin's preparing for fatherhood again, this time with a woman who understands the spotlight like no other. But Timberlake's life isn't just about romance. His real estate portfolio reads like a billionaire's fantasy. His crown jewel, a $65 million triplex penthouse in Manhattan's Tribeca neighborhood. Picture this. Floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking the Hudson, a private elevator, a rooftop infinity pool, and a recording studio where he's crafting his first album in 5 years. Then there's Miramont, his 130-acre Montana ranch complete with a private lake, horse stables, and a state-of-the-art security system. Locals spot him hiking with his sons or fishing at dawn, blending into big sky country like he was born there. Not to be overlooked, his $28 million beachfront estate in Oahu, Hawaii, where he hosts exclusive New Year's Eve parties for A-listers like Jay-Z and Jimmy Fallon. Each property isn't just a home, it's a fortress. After his 2022 home invasion scare, Timberlake invested $5 million in biometric security, panic rooms, and ex-Navy SEAL bodyguards. Now, let's talk toys. Justin's car collection makes gearheads weep with envy. Tucked away in his climate-controlled LA garage are a 1967 Shelby GT500, the same car from Ford vs. Ferrari, restored to perfection for $1.2 million. A Rolls-Royce Cullinan, customized with matte black paint and his kids' handprints, etched into the dashboard. A Tesla Cybertruck modified with bulletproof glass and off-road capabilities for Montana adventures, and the crown jewel, a Ferrari La Ferrari Aperta, one of only 210 made, valued at $5 million. But here's the twist. Timberlake rarely drives them. He's more passionate about his private jets, a pilot confided. His Gulfstream G650, nicknamed Tennessee Pride, features a master suite, a full bar stocked with his tequila brand, Sosa 901, and a recording booth. He is also partial pilot certified, often taking controls during cross-country flights. Financially, Timberlake's 2025 empire is staggering. His net worth, $250 million and climbing. But here's what's fascinating. How he makes his money now. Music is just 30% of his income. The real gold mine? William Rast, his fashion co-founded with Trace Ayala, once a niche denim brand. It's now a $500 million lifestyle empire with stores in 15 countries. Then there's his savvy tech investments. Early stakes in Spotify, now worth $40 million, a VR concert platform called Hologram Live, and a stake in Beyond Meat that's doubled since 2020. His tequila brand, a $100 million valuation after partnering with Diet. And let's not forget his residuals in SYNC and Justified still rake in $8 million annually from streaming and royalties. Yet Timberlake's most lucrative move, his 2023 sale of his Memphis music catalog for $90 million. He's not just a star, he's a mogul. Forbes declared in their 2025 entertainment-rich list. But what's really changed is his lifestyle. Gone are the party boy antics of 2007. In 2025, Timberlake wakes at 5:30 a.m. for meditation, followed by a 2-hour workout mixing HIIT and boxing. He's sober, no alcohol since 2023 after a DUI arrest that became his rock bottom. His diet? Organic, plant-based, with cheat days for Memphis barbecue. He co-parents seamlessly with Beal, scheduling family Wednesdays where they take Silas and Phineas to Disneyland or his Montana ranch. And his relationship with Jenna, refreshingly low-key. They're spotted at farmers markets in Brentwood, not red carpets. She's grounded him. A source says, he's present, not distracted. The biggest surprise. His third child, due in September 2025, has sparked a creative renaissance. Timberlake's been in the studio non-stop, teasing a raw, soul-bearing album inspired by fatherhood and second chances. Tracks like Paper Planes about co-parenting and Montana Sky, his love letter to Jenna, have leaked, sending fans into a frenzy. He's also producing a documentary on modern fatherhood, featuring interviews with Matthew McConaughey and Dwayne Johnson. This isn't the Justin we knew, a music critic noted. It's deeper, more vulnerable, yet shadows linger. His 2024 DUI arrest still haunts him. He's done 200 hours of community service and funded a $10 million Drive Safe campaign for teens. And while he and Jenna seem solid, skeptics question if a romance born in Hollywood's fast lane can last. But Timberlake's focus is clear. I'm building a legacy, not just a career, he told a confidant. His latest venture, the Timberlake Foundation, donating $50 million to music education in underserved schools. He wants to be remembered for more than hits, the foundation's director said. He wants to matter. As 2025 unfolds, Justin Timberlake stands as a living testament to the art of reinvention of Phoenix, who didn't just rise from ashes, but rebuilt himself entirely, brick by painstaking brick. His journey from the sequin-shirted, curly-haired teen idol of *NSYNC to the complex, multifaceted man he is today isn't just a Hollywood success story. It's a masterclass in resilience, self-awareness, and the relentless pursuit of authenticity. Think about it. How many child stars survive their 20s, let alone thrive in their 40s? How many navigate the minefields of fame, fortune, and public scrutiny without losing themselves entirely? Timberlake hasn't just survived. He's evolved. He's shed skins like a snake, each transformation more profound than the last. Until the boy from Memphis who once danced in sync with 4 other boys, became a man who dances to the rhythm of his own heart. And in an industry that devours its young and spits out the broken. That's nothing short of revolutionary. Let's rewind the tape. Cast your mind back to 1998. *NSYNC was at the zenith of boy band mania. Justin, with his baby face and impossible falsetto, was the undisputed golden boy. He had the world at his feet screaming fans, platinum records, and the kind of adoration that borders on worship. But behind the scenes, the pressure was suffocating. The relentless touring, the manufactured image, the lack of autonomy was a gilded cage, beautiful but confining. When *NSYNC went on hiatus in 2002, the world expected Justin to fade into pop culture obscurity, another casualty of the fame machine. Instead, he did the unthinkable. He shed the boy band skin entirely. With Justified, he didn't just step out of the shadow of NS, he obliterated it. The album was a declaration of independence, raw, sensual, steeped in neo-soul and Michael Jackson influences. Tracks like I Love You and Cry Me a River weren't just hits. They were anthems of self-discovery. He wasn't Justin Timberlake from NSYNC anymore. He was Justin Timberlake, period. It was his first reinvention, and it was seismic. But fame is a fickle lover. And the higher you climb, the harder the fall. The years that followed saw Justin navigate the choppy waters of adult fame, high-profile relationships with Britney Spears, Cameron Diaz, and eventually Jessica Biel. The infamous 2004 Super Bowl halftime show with Janet Jackson that nearly derailed his career. The transition from music to acting with roles in The Social Network and Friends with Benefits. By the 2010s, he seemed to have it all. A thriving career, a beautiful wife in Jessica Biel, and a growing family. Yet beneath the surface, cracks were forming. The relentless drive to be the best singer, the best actor, the best husband, the best father, was taking its toll. The pressure to maintain the perfect image, the Justin Timberlake brand, was immense. He was juggling so many balls that eventually, something had to give, and in 2024, it did. The announcement of his divorce from Jessica Biel after 12 years of marriage sent shockwaves through Hollywood. It wasn't just the end of a relationship. It was the shattering of a carefully constructed narrative. Here was the man who seemed to have it all, admitting that even he couldn't make it work. The settlement was staggering, rumored to be around $200 million, with Biel walking away with their primary home and primary custody of their 2 sons, Silas and Phineas. It was a public humbling, a moment of vulnerability that could have broken a lesser man. But here's where Justin Timberlake's story diverges from the typical Hollywood tragedy. Instead of retreating into self-destruction or bitterness, he did something extraordinary. He leaned into the pain. He used the collapse of his marriage as a catalyst for a profound Sources close to him say he spent months in therapy, confronting his demons, his fear of failure, his struggle with intimacy, his tendency to bury himself in work to avoid emotional discomfort. He reconnected with his roots, spending time in Tennessee with his family, grounding himself in the values that had shaped him long before fame came calling. It was during this period of introspection that he reconnected with Jenna Dewan, a figure from his past who represented a different time before the weight of the world rested on his shoulders. Jenna herself, navigating life after her high-profile divorce from Channing Tatum, understood the unique pressures of fame in a way few others could. She saw Justin not as the global superstar, but as the man behind the persona, flawed, vulnerable, but fiercely determined to grow. Their rekindled romance wasn't a Hollywood rebound. It was a meeting of two souls who had weathered their own storms and emerged wiser, more self. By early 2025, their relationship had blossomed into something deep and meaningful, culminating in the joyful announcement that they were expecting their first child together, a third child for Justin. A new chapter for both. This third child, due in the fall of 2025, is more than just a new addition to the family. It's a symbol of Justin's complete transformation. At 44, he's not just preparing for fatherhood again. He's embracing it with a newfound sense of presence and purpose. Gone are the days of being the cool dad who shows up for photo ops. Now, he's the dad who changes diapers, who reads bedtime stories, who prioritizes school pickups over studio sessions. His relationship with his sons, Silas and Phineas, has deepened through the co-parenting journey with Jessica Biel. They've managed to put aside their differences to create a stable, loving environment for their children, a remarkable feat in an industry known for bitter custody battles. Justin's weekends are no longer filled with lavish parties or industry events. They're filled with hiking trips in Montana, fishing excursions in Hawaii, and quiet movie nights at home. He's discovered that true wealth isn't measured in dollars or accolades, but in the laughter of his children, in the quiet moments of connection with the woman he loves. And what of his career? Has fatherhood and newfound contentment dimmed his creative fire? Far from it. If anything, it's fueled it in unexpected ways. Justin's been holed up in his state-of-the-art Tribeca recording studio, crafting what insiders are calling his most personal, vulnerable album to date. Gone are the slick pop anthems and club bangers of his earlier work. Instead, he's exploring themes of love, loss, redemption, and the quiet joys of domestic life. Tracks like Paper Planes ruminate on the complexities of co-parenting, while Montana Sky is a heartfelt ode to Jenna and the peace he's found in their relationship. He's even collaborating with unexpected artists, indie folk singers, jazz musicians, pushing his creative boundaries far beyond the confines of mainstream pop. This isn't just an album. It's a musical memoir, a sonic snapshot of a man who has stared into the abyss and emerged with his soul intact. Alongside the music, he's pouring his energy into more meaningful projects. The documentary he's producing on modern fatherhood isn't just a vanity project. It's a passion project, born from his own experiences and struggles. He's interviewed fathers from all walks of life, celebrities like Matthew McConaughey and Dwayne Johnson, but also single dads, stay-at-home dads, dads navigating the challenges of raising children in a digital age. He wants to start a conversation about what it means to be a father in the 21st century, to break down outdated stereotypes and celebrate the messy, beautiful reality of modern parenthood. His business ventures have also evolved, reflecting his changing priorities. While William Rast continues to thrive, his focus has shifted towards more socially conscious investments. He's poured millions into sustainable agriculture projects, supporting small-scale farmers and promoting organic, locally sourced food. His tequila brand, Soza 901, has launched initiatives to support responsible drinking and fund addiction recovery programs, a cause deeply personal to him after his 2023 DUI arrest, which he now refers to as his rock bottom. He's used that experience as a catalyst for change, not just in his own life but in the lives of others. He's embraced a plant-based diet, not as a trend, but as a way to fuel his body sustainably and ethically. He's been sober for over 2 years, a milestone he marks not with celebration, but with quiet gratitude for the clarity and peace it has brought to his life. The party boy who once dominated tabloid headlines has been replaced by a man who finds joy in simple pleasures, cooking dinner with Jenna, playing guitar for his kids, watching the sunset over the Montana mountains. He's present, engaged, fully immersed in the life he's built. And yet, the shadows of his past still linger, not as demons to be exorcised, but as reminders of how far he's come. The 2023 DUI arrest was a public humiliation, but it was also a turning point. He didn't hide from it. He owned it. He completed 200 hours of community service, not grudgingly, but with a sense of purpose, working with organizations that support at-risk youth. He speaks openly about his struggles, using his platform to destigmatize conversations about addiction and mental health. The divorce from Jessica Biel, while painful, was handled with a level of maturity and respect that is rare in Hollywood. Because here, we believe that the most powerful stories aren't just about fame and fortune, they're about the courage to change, the strength to grow, and the wisdom to know that true success is measured not by what we accumulate, but by who we become. The truth is always stranger